locations, which means that, people are couch surfing, people are unhoused.
Coming up, a new homelessness and addiction recovery treatment hub is set to open in Bellscorners. How are businesses in the area reacting? That story just ahead.
Tonight, Donald Trump.
Social services, but not supervised consumption. The new center located at 2194 Robertson Road is aimed at serving people in more rural and suburban locations. CTV's Dylan Dyson has details.
Our doors will be open tomorrow morning, serving the community here in West Ottawa.
A new homelessness and addiction recovery treatment hub, or HART Hub, is opening Wednesday in Bellscorners.
You can be a working mom who is concerned about their teenage son and their drug use, coming in to access information. You can also be somebody who's currently unhoused, struggling with a serious mental illness and addiction, and needing treatment today.
The center, placed in Ottawa's West End, is meant to serve those with housing and addictions needs who live in a more rural or suburban setting.
It's a lot of housing precarity in the suburbs and in rural locations, which means that, people are couch surfing, people are unhoused. They may be sleeping indoors, but they're actually unhoused.
We will see resources, being shared with communities in Kemptville and Almont. We will see rural folks driving in.
So we have 6 rooms, 8 beds total. So 2 doubles and 4 singles.
The HART Hub is located in this strip mall on Robertson Road in Bellscorners and will receive $5 million every year for the next 3 years from the province. Located in the same strip mall, Zola's restaurant was skeptical about the HART Hub opening.
I initially had bad thoughts because I was ignorant about it. Visions of lineups out, with needle injections, but there's no drugs whatsoever on site, from what I understand.
The provincial government is opening HART Hubs as it moves away from supervised consumption sites. The HART Hubs do not offer a safe drug supply or harm reduction supplies. Still, business owners in the area are concerned customer traffic could fall off.
All the tenants in this mall were equally freaked out, and I went to have a tour last week, and I was really impressed.
Dylan Dyson, CTV News.
Ottawa now has another resource aimed at helping people experiencing homelessness and addiction. The city's second HART Hub is now open in Bellscorners. Jody Alplewaith got to tour the new facility, and she joins us now. Jody, tell us about the new space.
Well, this new HART Hub is located in a strip mall in Bellscorners. We got a first look at the new space in the West End last November when the location was unveiled. It was just an empty space then. We saw meeting rooms, shower stations on site, exam rooms that will be serviced by health practitioners, and rooms with beds for people who need overnight support now. I got to tour the hub with one of the project managers who helped design it. She said the goal was to make the environment feel welcoming.
At the basic, we are a clinic, and that is predominant in here as well. And so clean, warm space, but also warming it up, making it feel a little bit more friendly than you traditionally feel in some of your healthcare settings.
The hub is being led by the Pinecrest Queensway Community Health Centre. The province approved its application to open the HART Hub last January. And you'll remember, Rochelle, the HART Hub model was introduced by Ontario government 2 years ago after it banned supervised drug consumption sites near schools and childcare centres.
Okay, why is this HART Hub opening in Bellscorners?
Well, this site in Bellscorners is one of 28 HART Hubs approved across Ontario by the province. The local councillor says it will be open to people living beyond the West Ottawa community.
I think what I've learned is that, we will see resources, being shared with communities in Kemptville and Almont. We will see rural folks driving in. It will be a different group of folks that come and access services here. I think it just goes to show that substance use looks different, depending on where you are.
People looking for help can walk in and they'll be able to speak to a social worker and figure out next steps. The CEO of the Pinecrest Queensway Community Health Centre says it's a resource that's needed in the area.
We know that in our area, we have a lot of folks struggling in a very invisible way with alcohol use disorder. We also know that many people are unhoused. It's just not as visible because they might be couch surfing, they might be living with a relative. So though the visibility isn't as present as it is in the downtown core, we can't deny the data.
Chipperfield acknowledged the hub may be difficult to get to for people who use public transit, but says staff will work on finding solutions to transportation challenges. The hub will be open Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Thanks for this, Jody. CBC's Jody Alplewaith reporting for us tonight.
Like an extra couple of $100 just doing the same trip as I was doing last month.
Local gas prices getting another jump, and Gatineau drivers are now paying just shy of $2 a liter. Plus,
4115, Ottawa.
First responders surprising an Ottawa boy 2 years after a devastating crash.
Meeting the face of the people that held his hand in the toughest moment when I couldn't be here. I couldn't ask for anything better.
A moving gesture as the 9-year-old lives with the reality of his injuries. Good evening. Patricia is away tonight. We begin with the latest on the rising prices at the pumps and a warning that things are likely to get a lot worse. Experts say Ottawa drivers could soon be paying north of $2 a liter, with one of the biggest surges so far on the way. Woke up to a fresh blanket of snow on the ground, but it should melt soon, fingers crossed, with temperatures set to warm up tomorrow. Jackie's here with a full